We have one more, and this is limitless. And it's in Nadi Anastasia's cosmic activation for the soul. So this is what we should be learning or coming into experiencing this moon. It's card number 20, which reminds me of the Judgment card. And it's interesting because Pluto is exalted in Leo. And the Judgment card represents Leo. And God is all love. And that shimmery white light is what actually fuels the sun. And Christ is like primal love, like primordial love, or like filial love, like so it's just interesting because if we had that Leo oracle come out, and then this is the number of Pluto in the tarot, even though we're in these, and it's talking about limitless. I'm just getting really deep God vibes right now. And the affirmation here is, I am ready to create a life of my own choosing. The base chakra, sacral, and solar plexus are the associated chakras. The poem or hymn here is, do not conform to the beliefs of others. Live your own truth and share this with the world with love. So we're getting a lot of confirming messages here. Through this card, limiting beliefs and conformity are being addressed. It is easy to get caught up in the material world with its illusionary expectations, false sense of security, and live our lives in what society deems as perfect societal bubbles. People get lost in the game and falsity of their everyday monotonous existence. Living a life to the expectations of society is just as restricting as living a life in prison. There's only so much room you have available to move freely before the walls of the cell are felt. If you were drawn to this card, you're being asked to reflect on your life and the walls that inhibit you. These walls are made up of limiting beliefs that prevent you from following your heart and reaching your dreams, limiting the beliefs that stem from childhood and experiences and expectations which keep you locked in an invisible cell. Dear one, do not let the limiting beliefs and expectations of your life and others confine you. You were not born to be imprisoned. You were born to fly, to sing your tune and dance your dance. You were born to truly live the experience this life has in all its blazing glory. Reach for the stars and follow your dreams. You have the strength and courage within you to break away from societal expectations and follow your own guidance and intuition. It is time to truly acknowledge the magnificent soul you are and break free from the binds that have held you back. You will be amazed how your own power and motivation. You'll be amazed by your own power and motivation. So I'm getting the Three of Swords, which is not here yet. But with the Five of Swords, it's kind of like it could be becoming unbound. Because one thing about the Five of Swords is it's touch not my anointed. Yeah, it could be a body dropping. That's the pretty severe side of it. But to the benign side of it, to the really lighthearted side of it, it could be the covenant on one slide. Being kind of untouchable in a way, unreachable, inaccessible. It can also be boundaries and standards. In the game of love and war, in the game of love is war, but it could also be love and war. So there's an amount of hate there. One thing with the Five of Swords is it could be coming out of envy. Envy is worse than jealousy. It's a type of not wanting to see somebody else shine. It's not wanting to see somebody else happy. So I'm getting all that out of this Five of Swords. So somebody tried to bind us, so there was this binding energy in what we were doing, some kind of level of consciousness we were at. it was binding. The way we were going about things was very, very basic for a long time, and we're coming out of that. So I would say over the last 18 months, we were kind of basic in the way we handle things. Five of Cups, Five of Swords. We were depresso, it was bottom of the bucket even. So maybe even if it wasn't us, maybe we were in an environment surrounding location, maybe we were kept being dragged down by other people, places, and things because of the environment surrounding location. We have a double five here. That's a losing streak, debilitations, losses, maybe a little bit of conflict, being depleted, degraded in some kind of way. It's not the opposite of being chosen, going without gifts, favor, support. So Five of Cups, that's a depressive. Five of Swords, that's a forbidden, somebody who's fallen. Now, that's the people that we'll be dealing with. If we're watching this video, not as the cross watcher, Five of Cups would mean having to accept some defeat, maybe a little bit of depression, or maybe a little bit of disappointment in a friend on a more, benign level, where there's a clear split of a before and after, where you kind of can't hate the player, but you can hate the game. Or it might be that we were left behind in some kind of way. There could be some kind of mourning or grieving here. Really, it's an undesirability, and a bubble needed to get burst. Because some of our points of contact were I'm hearing the word sinful. So these fives are talking about the sevens, which is interesting. Could we start out at a loss and we go towards an awakening from that loss? There's been some kind of revelation, maybe even some redemption. We're desiring bigger, brighter, and better. We're feeling bold, courageous. We're feeling awakened, enlightened, emboldened, emblazoned. We're also feeling prepared to go on a journey in some kind of sense, way, shape, form, or another. We're feeling awakened is what we're feeling. We've been activated. With the Queen of Wands, we're also needing we're wanting to grow our will or assert our will in some kind of way, and it's over ourselves, our destiny, something of that nature. And yeah, there's been an awakening. We have the High Priestess now, which is we were doing things kind of basic, and then we found a higher way. We unlocked some kind of mystery. That's the progression from the Magician into the High Priestess, unlocking some kind of mystery. And we end up as the Strength card here. So there's Leo. But to be most succinct, we're beginning to learn what's bad, what not to deal with. Before we had two fives, now we just have one, and what it's saying there is we were losing because we were in environments surrounding locations where there were losers, meaning we were not getting benefits because we would have shared them or received them around other people that would have picked at us or fought us or tricked us out of it. So these things could be wealth, could be opportunities, could be love, could also just be higher states of being, higher vibrations. Okay, and so now we're realizing that those people are going towards damnation, or that we've just had some kind of final awakening through being mired in conflict. It was a really difficult combination. It was a very difficult cycle, Ten of Swords. But it made us ready to hear the truth, to learn practically Page of Pentacles. It made us a master, King of Pentacles, able to manifest Ten of Cups, able to really make investments towards our sustaining happiness, our happily ever after, which is the kingdom of God. Two of Cups being having a unconditional relationship with the Lord. or being in spiritual union is what the Two of Cups represents, especially with this. It's just, the technical word is God with El Mundo, the Fool. So the fact that we have the Strength card here with the Fool, it's new strength, new faith, new sovereignty. It's new eternity. We found our immortal self here. And so that's some of this will, some of this ego. It does need to be tempered because we need to be righteous, but it's not like we need to limit ourselves. We just need to fuel or, give to channels wisely. It's not even a moderation. It's like not throwing good energy into bad things kind of deal. Because now we have a double 8. We had a double 5 before, which meant depletions, losses. Some kind of, something was toxic, was making changes and depleting energy, which now gone into 8s, which means we figured out the source of our manifestations, of our materializations, and also the source of our intuition, our insight, where our instincts are coming out of. It's this connection to the divine, that God, Brahma, source energy is really the goddess, the great mother. So we're sitting in our Shakti, is what this is saying. A lot of those people, places, and things that we were around, they've been banished or bound or purged or marked in some kind of way. And so even if we give towards people with love, if they betray that, it's not our problem. That's treason to God. And with us, they just didn't respect us. We can move on, move forward. We'll respond to the energy and not respond to the problem. So if it doesn't work for us, we'll move out of it. I want to know what this double 8 means. A pair of 8 here means, yeah, so we're chosen and we're going to be coming up across a lot of people that are fallen. So there will be energies, entities that are trying to take us off the path, but I'm getting the energy that we're getting to the vibration now where we're beginning not to notice. We're just covered by the divine, by the Lord. And we're sitting on a throne where everybody's trying to take us off of it because we're walking through hell, really. And that's what this earth is. It's so that we have a choice. We're able to choose. And some people we can't choose. We can't choose people that are not working towards love. There's not a lot there to go with. We can work with people when they have an open heart. Is Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. That's the position that we're in. That's a chosen role, chosen. Yeah, so we're coming up against the cycle of things that need to be confronted, where it's going to keep being echoed and reverberated back to us. Are you choosing people that are working towards love? Are you choosing people that are working away from love? Are you in this place of safety and security and refuge and sanctuary, which is safe space? Or are you around all these people that are unawakened, that are living in sin? And it's not about judging people's behavior so much as how do they make the heart feel? And when you need to move out of somebody's way, hey, baby, I love you. I see you have some needs. I can't help you with those needs. I'm going to peace out. I'm going to leave you to live your life, to get your needs met. Yeah, 7 of Cups. These are people that are living in some kind of sin. Swamp people or people that are unawakened. They're in the material. matrix. And it's the right thing to do, because going through the incarnational cycle will cleanse them. If they're unhealed and unawakened, they'll be awakened. Some revelation or confrontation with Christ, really, that's unconditional love, will come towards them. Yeah, and then we have this double 8 here. So we're having experiences, this pair of 8s, energy projection, spiritual manipulation. We're going through experiences with low vibrational people. That's what this 5 of Wands is. And we are coming into universal experiences of source energy, and we're realizing that we're coming up across people that are unhealed, unawakened. And the purpose is so that we realize that we are healed and awake, that we are chosen, or we're on some sacred path, but we're kind of swimming in the sea of sleepy people that are sleeping, people that are in some kind of illusion, delusion, confusion, and they're trespassing. They're trespassers. And that's why we went through that cycle. It was so that we would learn not to mix with toxic spaces. People mostly take up space. We needed to learn to detach and to withdraw. 4 of Cups detach, 8 of Cups withdraw. And that would have been the action to take. Page of Knight of Swords, the Prince of Swords here, but the Knight of Swords talks about seizing opportunities. That would have been the precise action to take for our soul, King of Cups. So we're completing some cycle, World card, because the 8 of Cups, 2 of Cups, we found our connection to the divine. 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups, we're leaving the environment surrounding the location that we're in, because there's 2 of Swords, people of opposing minds, people not on the same page. We were naive or innocent for a while, and our hearts too pure to be around the space. The reason we're feeling rejected or hurt or we're caught up in our feelings is because we weren't seen. People fumbled or slept on us because they were mislabeled, misjudged, misperceived us. They couldn't perceive us. Again, it's because we're chosen. Our light was hidden from these people because we were too ignorant or too inexperienced to know that they would have tried to destiny swap with us to get our place in heaven. They wanted to get out of the suffering that they were in, is really what they weren't healed enough to not inflict suffering on others. They weren't ready for union. See, I always believe if a person doesn't meet you where you're at, they're not resourced to return your love. They're not at that level to love you back. And that's really okay. So this is 10 of Cups with the pocket hangman. That's heaven. Christ sitting on the throne in heaven. And here it's saying entry to heaven, 3 of Cups, clearance, access, comes when we have a connection to the divine, high priestess. This person doesn't have one. They exploit and seize. They're opportunistic, and they just need to work out some karma. They need to burn it off. So that's if we're dealing with anybody. We've done that for ourselves. We've burnt off karma. We've accessed the heaven door because we've gone through karma. We might have come out of some kind of cleansing cycle or purgatory moment. We might have burned off some karma, 5 of Wands, or we might have just come out of some battle or conflict or test with a karmic spirit. We finally burned off some karma here. So this is what's happening in this Pisces full moon. All the things that were blocking us from awakening, excuse me, becoming enlightened or having more insight, or all these things that were blocking us from having more insight, more clarity, they've been burned off in the last 18 months. And with this moon, we're finally going to see that in some way, shape, form, or another. That's a good thing. We have another double 8 here. So that's spells or cycles where we're hosted in the cosmic womb, or we're going on some lesson that's connected to our origins and source. The death card, yeah. So that's the mysteries of rebirth, regeneration with the death card and the judgment card here. That's number 33, Melchizedek. It's the throne of judgment, frankly. So that's our eternal life. So remember, I was saying like the Virgo and the Leo energy to combined is like the Sphinx. It's like the immortal, eternal mystery. And I keep saying these double eights is telling me that we're going through some cycle and source energy, and it's true. We're being prepared to receive material journey. We're being prepared for the Garden of Eden. Somebody here may also be Gemini rising with their Jupiter and Pisces, which would basically be the 10th house. Somebody here also has their Mercury in the 7th house. Somebody here is also a Cancer rising with their Sun in the 1st house. Also, Sun conjunct Saturn. If your Sun conjunct Saturn, this is where we're becoming unblocked, undelayed. There were a lot of, it was almost like we were Persephone, trapped in hell for 6 months of the year. We had to go through some cycle of being like in purgatory or penance or something of that nature. We had to work out some karma through the pentacles. Yeah, we had to. Well, we might have also had to go through, we're still stuck in the incarnational thing. We were until this life. We're chosen and we're free. 6 of Cups, 9 of Cups. We've made it. We've made it, is what this is saying. We know what to do in this life to make sure that we are free and at peace, that we're resting in power. Which is unconditional love and spiritual virtue. Yeah, so we've been led through something with the 6 of Swords here. And it was a crisis or some kind of startling awakening. We were knocked awake, slapped awake, startled even. because we're feeling like we have clearance now. We're also feeling kind of saved in some kind of way. And something has aligned itself, it's evened out. So we know how to work with something. Honestly, we know what to do with our spiritual nature. We might have received our wings very suddenly, and it was a spontaneous awakening, is what I'm getting. We received massive spiritual guidance that woke us up pretty severely. Tower with the Temperance card is like heavy spiritual guidance. It's like a spiritual awakening. And then the Temperance with the Justice card, Libra energy, it talks about like testing one's skill or verifying one's skill or being skillful at verification. It's almost like it's being initiated into like angeldom. So like the virtues of angelhood, that's an earth angel energy. And then it's confirmed here with these wings, this Ace of Pentacles, which the Justice card is clarifying anyways. And then we have the Sword of Truth here, which is the absolute authority. And then we have another card here of Receipt, Six of Pentacles. I think for this next journey, we needed our wings and we got them and we're learning how to use them. That's really what I'm getting. And this rude awakening or spiritual activation or spontaneous awakening was realizing that we're an angel, that we're divines. We had to go on a pilgrimage, get to higher ground spiritually, learn about our spiritual gifts, because they were standing tall and strong, Nine of Wands inside of us, and we needed to figure that out. Seven of Swords, it was obvious, plain as day, but we needed a blinding flash of the obvious, Tower card. In order to reach spiritual perfection, we had to come into some kind of alignment. That's what this Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles was. A lot of energy kept coming at us that we slowly had to organize in. We had to collaborate. We had to kind of fall in line. And that's the truth. Justice card. We had to fight to not be at the bottom of the barrel. We had to work towards self-improvement. Okay. We're done, but I'm going to keep going a little bit. Because I don't like to end on the Devil card. But this is saying the reason we needed our angel wings is because we were going to come up against principalities. Now, let's not talk too much about other people, places, and things, but part of this stronghold of darkness, which really is just since we're getting to high vibration, we're ascending more, we can see more of the big picture or the grand design or the great orchestration. Once you receive your angel wings, it's very much top-down viewpoint than the bottom-up. Not losing the compassion for living beings. We still need to understand that a lot of people are devoid of Christ's love. They're not living with light or love in their heart. And it's not that they wouldn't, it's that they're ignorant of it. When they look out into the world, they see separation, they don't see unity. So they're devoid, or they're going Five of Pentacles, they're going without, God no longer has his hand on them. They're not sitting in God's hand anymore. So we were protected through that, because we always had the promise. with us. Some people have lost their grace. That's another version of the Five of Pentacles. You've been left out in the cold, but by God, by the divine, which, believe it or not, hell is designed to burn off sin, and purgatory is designed to cleanse of sin. So yeah, it may take an eternity to return to divine grace, but we can do it. Because now we've fine-tuned our own nature so much that the crap, the cock up, it can't be served up to us. Some of the reason we weren't dining at tables anymore, we were shunned or not given an invitation, is because nasty things were going to take place at these tables, at these parties. Some of the hosts were going to be feeding poison, serving poison. And it's not just on an individual basis. We might have lost our taste for TV, lost our taste for going out, lost our taste for hanging out around certain people, stopped visiting certain establishments, stopped going to certain stores, stopped going to certain groups, stopped talking to certain cliques. We might have quit a job or two, moved out from a house, gotten away from a roommate, left a relationship. These were dark strongholds, places where the love of God didn't live. And it's not always a conscious thing. Sometimes people are just working against the grand design and that's their purpose, or they're unknowing or something. And sometimes people are working towards the grand design and they don't even believe in God or knowingly, you know what I mean? And God is just the being that inhabits the universe. It's the being of unlimited consciousness. Yeah, so we're spending our energy on something, Eight of Pentacles. We're on some kind of grind, no matter no way. It's not something to be argued. Some of us are ignorant of it. Page of Pentacles, some of us know precisely what's going on. Page of Swords. Ultimately, our heart needs to be clean. Queen of Cups. Ultimately, we need our wings. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so some people win and some people lose. It's a very clear demarcation. You've either received mercy and grace or you haven't. And those who don't receive mercy and grace don't believe in faith, hope, and love. That's what that is. Okay. I could talk more about it, but we've been here a long time. It's just that we have the Devil card clarifying the Five of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. Some people are going to hold on to power, but they've lost power because they've lost grace and mercy. The Lord has removed their favor. And since they're still in a body, Moon card with the Devil card, it's set. It's the resentment, the hate, the envy, or the enemy. So we can either go towards the devil or we can go towards the angel of light. So over here, we understand that people are unhealed. Seven of Cups. They're lost in illusion, delusion, confusion. Seven of Cups. They might be living in sin. Seven of Cups. This unawakened, unhealed. Seven of Cups. They need to get saved. Six of Cups. They need to return back to the eternal kingdom. Six of Cups. And so with the Temperance card, we're just waiting for of Cups. We can detach, but not necessarily withdraw, because to detach is to start something, to withdraw is to kill something. Spiritually is how that works. And let's go one step further. Yeah, now we have the Sun card with the Empress. Yeah, so that Five of Pentacles, that needing to make changes, has become the Six of Wands. So the Queen of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles means needing to make changes, and it's clarified by the Empress, which is about being a high vibrational female, or sitting with something versus inception, or birthing something, which comes from conception for females and inception for males, birthing something through our sacred womb. A man does that through his mind, birthing some kind of creation, being the source of some kind of creation, and stewarding it, having duties and obligations to that emperor. Here it's needing to work through things that weren't going to change. They were stuck. Four of Cups. We were never going to get what we needed out of it. We were being fumbled by a lot of people that we tried to give our love to. Infanta de Copa here. It's the page of Princess of Cups. So we were in some holding pattern, double four, trying to make a commitment, pair of fours here. And it wasn't going to go anywhere. And we needed to realize that. We needed to come to that realization. And we needed to detach. We have the Five of Swords here. Yeah, so there were some people that were not going into the Promised Kingdom. They were trespassing. Seven of Swords. We needed to see that it was going nowhere and that they were going to end up in damnation. So we were hanging out with people that were damned. They weren't going to paradise. Or we were in some kind of situation. That was the starkness of the changes that we needed to make, is that we needed to be around virtuous people, people that were pious. Yeah, people that were spiritual brethren, that had done their work and gone through self-initiations, and they're high vibrational people. With this double four. So the sun and the moon usually means the mystery revealed. It could also mean a melodrama. Let's see what this means. So we've completed some kind of cycle here. World card with the Chariot, it means broadening our horizons, which was we needed to have an awakening. And it was a drive, a will to improve our life, and then to do what we were called to do. We have a Three of Pentacles, an assignment here. And what we do on that assignment is the Eight of Pentacles. That's our duties and obligations, and also what we learn. And all that was going into, it's our part of the grand design. We weren't going to reach Three of Wands. We weren't going to reach that eternal bliss, that immortal self, eternal self, until we broke free of certain things, which was attachments. So it's been an honor and pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing the privilege to do so. Breaking free is what this is. We still have to make a hard choice to learn to let people go. Let me pull a card here for that, because we're still attached to certain people, places, and things. Yeah, tower moments. Towers come out 3 times. Oh. So I feel like my life is falling apart and being pulled. Okay, yeah. I feel like my life is falling apart and being pulled apart. I read that correctly. I feel like my life is falling apart and being pulled apart. No matter what I try to build, things keep crumbling all around me. I wish you were here to help. You are the only solid thing in my life. Changes that are difficult but necessary for growth, moments in life that pushes us to be better and to do better because we deserve better. That's what's going on. it's coming out, all the people that are attached to us that don't want to see us be chosen, that don't want to see us have favor, that don't want to see us be victorious. These are the people that want to pull us down, drag us down, yada, yada, yada. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me the privilege and the pleasure to do so. Until we meet again, namaste, dhanavad, and ashe. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe if anything that was said resonates deeply with you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.